Alright, so about an hour and a half and a little bit of inspiration from Kingo on Injure. I found a picture of his Nether hub. I decided to take some of the inspiration from that and use it in here. So pretty much the side over here is pretty close to the same as them, but the floor and a little bit of the back over here is a bit different from theirs. But it's obviously a bit of inspiration from them, so huge shout out to them. There'll be a link down in the description below to them. The Injure link, it's the only thing I have for them if you want to check it out. But yeah, so yeah, come down here, and obviously these aren't filled in yet, but they will be. So we'll have 10 on each side, so that's 20 piston bolts on each side. And then we're going to finish this wall up. And this will pretty much be our exit to the regular overworld, or the regular Nether. We'll have like a entrance down through the bedrock over here. We want to get through there. If I change my mind, I might just put this on that wall, minus the portal, obviously, and we'll just have an area where we can just drop down and break the bedrock from there. But I'm not 100% sure yet. So we have, yeah, the north side here. We go through here. We have the south side. So we're going to have two different directions. This will help with some of the ones that are that way, and then this way. So this one will control all of them going to the north side. This one can control all of them to the south side. So this one will, there will also be some going to the east and west and stuff like that. But yeah, so this gives us about 40 locations to where we can go, and we can expand this somewhat easily. We just don't put the end on that yet. I doubt we're gonna have more than 40 locations, but you never know. Won't be too difficult to change it up in a future. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna design with, or design we're gonna go with. Bit heavy on the quartz, but I think it will turn out pretty good in the end. We're gonna have to piston bolts obviously will go here, and they will be enclosed once they are built up. So yeah, time to get all the materials for this, get the materials for some piston bolts, and then we'll start get into work. Maybe a time lapse of building this Nether hub. Alright, so we needed to sidetrack a little bit because of getting half a shulker of shroom lights. So we need about 16 stacks, or almost 17 stacks actually. Getting that many regularly is going to take a while. So first off, for this we're going to sidetrack for a fungus farm. We have about 48 regular fungus. That's not going to get anywhere nearly enough, as we have to run the farm we're about to make for about 2 hours or so to get the required amount of shroom lights. So this one that we already have finished built is a Ilmango farm, and the one over here we're going to build is a Cadender farm. So yeah, pretty easy stuff right here. I apparently missed some of the redstones, so we're going to check that out. So this over here is the Ilmango shifting floor fungus farm, which we have already hooked up. And you can see we're getting a lot of fungus right there. And we could do the blue one if we want, but we need the red ones mainly, so we're going to do the red Nylium in the center there. And we're bone mealing it from the bottom here. We have our little bone meal supply from over there, which we can get the one over there running. And then, yeah, there we go. Now once the water disappears, we should start the thing again. There it goes. I'm just going to turn the farm off now. It has that nice on and off feature that when you shut it off, it does still flush all the items out. So we go down here. You can see already we already got this much stuff. So 2 stacks like that, which is huge for the farm. So yeah, that was pretty quick. Now it is heavy on the bone meal, but we can compost all these guys back into bone meal and supply the farm. Not 100%, but very close to being a self-sustainable farm. We may need to start it up, obviously, to get enough to get it running for an hour or so. But yeah, after that, we'll be good. But yeah, got this done. Now we're going to get that thing over there built for the shroom lights, which won't be too difficult. It's pretty easy, to be honest with you. It's a simple flying machine that won't take too long to build at all. And yeah. This will give us enough shroom lights for the thing. Gotta make sure we get all this stuff over here. I gotta go back and check the hopper clock anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna adjust the thing right here to include the rest of the redstone that we missed when getting the schematic. So not too big of an issue. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the tree farm area. I think it just fits in well, and we're not loading too much stuff as well as being over here. So yeah, gotta get a lot of storage over here too. A little bit of work to do, but that was about a minute, and we already got that much. So we don't need to run this thing for long. We only need to detect when we're low on fungus over there. So yeah, all right. So the farm is fully built up. Did a little bit of a red theme with all the crimson that we're going to be getting from this. Don't have any storages, and we still need to connect this farm up to give us the fungi, but that will come in a little bit. We don't really need that. We have about a good amount here, so we can just run that for a couple seconds or a couple minutes. Get enough shrooms to pretty much run the farm for a couple hours, and placing this lever, we should get everything up. We have a backup just in case something goes wrong, but everything seemed to be right in the schematic. So, yeah. Okay, I actually do have to flick it because there's a piston there, so it's not just the observer. Yep, there we go. Should see TNT start to fall down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks good. Let's turn our sounds down. So we come up here. Wait for the flying machine to go away. And pretty much just want to aim right at this corner right here. Oh, I forgot I was holding the blocks. So we should have got our fungus to grow. And yep, we did. So that's good. Forgot I can't hold down a left click as well as go to free cam. So there we go. Fungus has grown. TNT is now being dropped. Get a push out right here. Yep, that's looking good. Yeah, that's looking really good right now. Let's get the small fungus right there, the smallest one you could possibly get. But yeah, they usually don't yield any. Oh, we are still getting some of our glass blown up. Shouldn't be really an issue. Maybe might have a repeating timer off up top. But it's working fine right now. Server is handling it pretty okay, honestly. Yeah, it's not 100% with all the drops, but that's what you get for a simple farm here. But it does do pretty well for the amount of effort I put into it. It's maybe about an hour, hour and a half. But yeah, so this is working. It'll get our storage up and everything. So we can get these shroom lights. And yeah, it doesn't look like it's using too much bone meal, honestly. Yeah, so time to get a storage. It's going to be temporary storage. We're not going to, this won't be our main farm, obviously. Just like that isn't going to be our main farm. Either is this for bone meal. These are all just an area where I can make temporary farms for small amounts of resources if I needed them. So yeah, all in all, pretty good success. Now we can get finished in all the resource gathering for the Nether hub. Alright, so you solving that time lapse. We have one and a bit done. So you have the floor for that one done. Got the whole side over here done with the gamma override turned off for now, so we can actually see it. And yeah, so definitely how the schematic looked like. I've turned the gamma override, you can see it's a bit brighter, but I think this fits it really well without the gamma override. It's not too bright. Of course, it doesn't stand out too much like you do that. It's completely all white, but then that. So yeah, one side done. Technically, we might just stay here a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do for this back wall yet. I feel like I need to do something because it just feels open without it. But I'm not sure yet how to design that back wall yet. We'll have to see. But yeah. Now we can get some piston bolts going to some locations. So that's our guardian area over there. And we used to have the piglin, or the hoglin area right here. Took all that down. Took the whole track down to the mob switch. So hopefully, I'm hoping that if I get right here, to update the render distance by 1 chunk. To include it all. So yeah. I was hoping that I can just barely load the whole mob switch, which I can from the edge right here. So I'm standing at the edge right there on the side, and just barely I can load this mob switch here. So from if I ever want to come through here and I want to turn the mob switch on, we can have a little switch over here that will turn the mob switch on and off, which will be really good. Instead of having to fly all the way over there, we could just have a redstone wire that goes all the way across there. And yeah, so one side done. With this one, let's go underneath. We can link up the starter witch farm right here, the end portal over there, the guardian one like I said, and this one goes to the raid farm, as well as this is towards the wither skeleton perimeter, as well as the witch farm perimeter. So yeah, we can get some things hooked up. We have a couple over here too we can also get. So we can get the mob farm hooked up. I believe we can get the slime farm hooked up. Yes, we can. So we get the slime farm hooked up, we can get the mesa biome right there. So you can get pretty majority of our stuff done, hooked up. Our small industrial area there. So yeah, this side's only the side we needed to do right now. We can actually start linking up some things, which should be good. And yeah, designing some piston bolts. We're just going to probably have the bolt for now with the sign indicating, or maybe we adjust up here, I don't know, indicating where we're actually going. But that'll be soon to come. But yeah. Alright, here we are. First test of the piston bolt. Obviously this is a short one, not really needed. But this is just a proof of concept for right now. So yeah, this takes us to the industrial area where we have the tree farms and the fungus farm we just finished. So you hop in this minecart, press this button right here, go into free cam right here, you can see we're going to push along at extremely quick speeds. We're going to hold W at the end so that we move forward. That cart gets broken by the cactus, sent up top. This is obviously not how it's going to stay, but this is just for right now. Then we would, if we go through the portal, we'd be at the tree farm and fungus farm. Now we are going to have to do a little bit of tweaking. I think it's going to take me to the one on the bottom. It is, so we're going to break this one. And make our way back to the bedrock roof with this brick and bedrock we have here. And then now we should be able to go through this portal again, come back through at the top right here. So yeah, tree farm still linked. And then we go through, should go back to the top, which we do. I mean, if we wanted to go backwards, since we can't use this one, they're not two directional, they're one directional. Come up here. After we get in this one, hit that button, and then we'll be sent back over here. Hold W at the end. And yeah. So then we break that cart right there, send it back down into that chest right there. And then we could just jump down once we get back. So yeah, one done. Liking how this is turning out. Definitely need to work on how they look. But I think we're on to a good start here. Definitely will, down the future, we will be decorating these tunnels. So we will probably theme them to what we're going. So this one would be the tree farm, so it'll be a mix of wood and stuff like that. Let's get back to work because I like these things. They're pretty fast. And it saves us on rockets as well, which is a good thing. Not that we really need to save rockets, but it's good to not have to waste them when we can just hop in a minecart, hit a button, and we go pretty much the speed of a rocket. So yeah, something, a quality of life thing I kind of like. But this stuff would be good once we get it all linked up to various destinations. Especially the ones that are far away, like the witch hut, the double witch hut perimeter, as well as a slime farm perimeter. Just mainly for the quality of life, not having to fly underneath here in a 2x2 that risks of you hitting your head. So yeah, back to the grind. We'll see how many more we can link up in this episode and finish off the other side of the Nether hub here. Alright, so a bit more time has passed and we have the south side and the north side completed. We also did link up the one here. I was going to do a time lapse, but I mean, we already had the time lapse for constructing one of these sides, so I don't think we would need another one right now. Maybe when we do a dedicated episode to just expanding some of the railways here, we do a time lapse of these. But yeah, so we have both done. Going to free cam out here, we have both done. As well as now we have a third, which is just the small, I say small again, the 7-chunk slime farm is linked up to here. And as well, you can see we have some banners. So this one, in a little bit, once we move out to our main base, well, this will just be a portal to the iron farm. So this is basically our spawn chunks. To go out here, we have some future banners planned out. I am going to put shaders on for the last clip here, just so you can see, but some of the banners don't work well with shaders. So that is the reason why you don't have them on right now. So yeah, we have the slime farm here. Go down here, we can see the two that are planned out. So we have the ice farm banner here, as well as the main base banner here. So yeah, look how these banners are turning out. If we head back over here, through the portal, we have our tree farms, which you have the nether tree and the regular tree there. Also our perimeter slime farm is this one right here we just finished. Now we have a bunch planned out in the back here. So this one right here is going to go to our wither skeleton farm. I like this one with the fade right here to the blue, indicating it's in a soul sand valley. I think that's sort of a pretty nice touch. This is for the witch farm perimeter. This is a cauldron. And then we have the raid farm railway here. This kind of, it's like the new mob, the warden, but I think it works pretty well with the raid. Then we have the Luden witch farm here, which is literally like a 30 block trek. So it's not the best thing, the best use case, but it's worth it. And then we have the end portal here. So let's go right to the end portal. Like the dragon very much. This is like one of my favorite ones right now. And then we have the guardian farm, which you can already see. It's gonna go right up there. I'm gonna need to get like a elevator to go upwards, but that's not too big an issue. Right here we have the mob farm, so the creeper and skeletons was the main focus for that farm, so that's why we have those banners. And then we have the mesa right here. So that goes a little bit further, like back over there a little bit. There is a mesa that we have selected out for some future farms if we ever need to do that, or a future project if we ever do that. And yeah, so the ones that are going to be really rough are the wither skeleton, the switch perimeter, and the... Yeah, those are the main ones that are going to be the worst. Because this witch farm is 800 blocks that way, 1500 blocks in that direction. And then the wither skeleton one is almost 1000 blocks that direction, and about 1700 blocks in that direction. So these are going to be the longest ones. That's going to take the most amount of time for. Raid farm's not too bad. Still a pretty long distance, especially in that direction. Looting witch farm, as I said, it's right there. End portal is right there, so not far at all. Guardian's close. Mob farm is right there. And then this is pretty close as well. So, and you saw the ice one over here. Ice farm is right to that portal is. And the main base is about 500 blocks that direction, out 100 blocks in that direction. So it's not bad at all. I'll be able to do some curves with the piston bolts, which will be pretty cool to see. So I want to put shaders on. And we can go and see what it looks like with shaders. Alright, so here it is with shaders, and it looks pretty cool. Obviously ignore the shulker mess, but you can see some of the banners just don't work with shaders very well. It's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, what can you do? Shaders, not much you can do. But yeah, so let's fly out here. You can see it. And our pathways that we already have created. So yeah, loving how this is turning out. Obviously the outside isn't the best, but the inside is where it matters. Since once we have all the piston bolts in, as well as that back wall, we will pretty much never see the outside. Because if you go into one of the piston bolts, the top layer up there already has a roof on it, so you can't see the outside, which works for me. So I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, all those sorts of things, and I'll see you in the next one.